New laws to protect ground-based space infrastructure here from foreign spies have been rushed through Parliament. The Security Intelligence Service has said that some groups or businesses have proposed projects that might have helped foreign militaries and harmed New Zealand's interests. The SIS says they are disguised to look like they are for civilian use. The new legislation allows the Space Minister to order a cut in power and internet services to facilities that breach the rules. The infrastructure in question are things like ground-based satellites, tracking services and similar communication systems. I spoke a short time ago to the Minister, Judith Collins.
Well, we've had a few instances over the last 5 years of particularly foreign actors perhaps conning New Zealanders into thinking that they were a New Zealand company, that they wanted to be able to use ground-based space infrastructure for legitimate purposes. And we've been relying in the past on the security agencies being able to have a word with the people involved. We don't believe that we can rely on that anymore because of the nature of what's happening geopolitically, and so it is important that we take some steps.
What were behind these instances? Can you give us a little bit more detail? What did they come to New Zealand pretending to do?
Well, it's quite easy in New Zealand for us to believe that as a space nation, which of course we are, and we're very proud of that, that all the people wanting to set up something here in space, that they are legitimate, because we want to believe it, and we are, always keen to do business and innovate. But the problem is, of course, is that geopolitical situation at the moment is quite different from what it was in the last 5-6 years. And we have had instances where our security agencies have had to say to the people who own the land, for instance, you do realise that the people that you're dealing with are in fact representatives of a particular foreign country, and that
what
they
foreign
are not
country
telling
is
you
that?
the truth. Well, of course, you'd go to the usual suspects, and I don't need
who are the usual
say
suspects?
which ones. Well, I think we all know who does various things
China,
here. But it's
Russia.
also important to realise that this is not to stop any of the legitimate work that goes on with the ground-based space infrastructure. It is very much, though, around making sure that New Zealanders have our eyes wide open, and that when there are national security issues involved, that I will be able to take action, and that is very important.
Yeah, but our intelligence service raised these concerns in a report in September last year. So why has the legislation only just come through now?
Well, we actually raised it as an issue earlier this year as well. The fact is that other countries in the world, I'm told, do not have quite the same legislation as we have. We're fortunate because we have our 2017 space legislation, space and outer space legislation, so we've been able to use that as an amendment. So we've had to start pretty much from ground zero when it comes to other nations, because others don't have this ability. In fact, one of the things that we want to do is to let our Pacific neighbours and fellow Pacific nations use this sort of legislation themselves, because we've spent quite a bit of time talking to other people about threats in their backyards. We know now that we have threats in ours as well.